Hey everyone, I'm Pion. So YouTube wants to buy Twitch. That's big news, and obviously a lot of theories and speculations are surrounding the topic. One of those theories is the idea that YouTube will enforce the ContentID system onto the Twitch service. In this episode of Pion's Perspective, I want to talk about this theory a little bit and why it's probably not gonna happen. So let's get into it. I will put some Strife gameplay in the background, so enjoy me playing Moxie. I think this replay is 2 or 3 days old, so it's the newest patch, so enjoy. Okay, the ContentID system caused a lot of problems in the last few months, and so people are scared that when YouTube buys Twitch, if it happens, it's not unlikely, but we will see, if it happens, that they're scared that YouTube will enforce the system on Twitch as well. So let's talk about how ContentID works first. Okay, ContentID searches YouTube videos for licensed content, basically music or videos. So music, pop songs, rock songs, whatever, trailers, parts of movies, or in gaming cases, in-game music and in-game cutscenes and game trailers. So if the ContentID system finds something like that in a video, it claims the video, and this in most cases stops the owner of the video or creator of the video from getting money from it. Which is obviously a problem for all people who are trying to make money or making a living out of that. Okay, so this system is not a very great system because it's shoot first, ask later. So it finds and claims these videos automatically, and if there is a wrong claim, you have to fight it manually, which obviously takes time. So yeah, it shoots first and asks later, basically. So that's not a great system, but in most cases it actually works okay-ish. Except for gaming content. The reason for that is that gaming content is a little bit more complex in that sense. Or, because if you have a song, a licensed song or a licensed music, movie or whatever, you are obviously not allowed to make it on a YouTube video, and especially you're not allowed to make money out of it. And so the ContentID system in these will stop you from doing so, and somehow works, more or less. There are exceptions where it fails, and that's the problem with the system, but in most cases it works. When it comes to gaming, however, we have these situations where in-game music or cutscenes are licensed. And the funny thing about that is, yes, they're licensed. You are not allowed to put up a video where you just play the soundtrack of a game or show all the cutscenes of a game. You're not allowed to do so in most cases. However, you are allowed to show those cutscenes or play the background music, the in-game music, in combination with the game. So you're making a playthrough of it, or doing a review, or whatever, first impression. You are allowed to, if you are allowed to show the game, which most publishers are okay with, and you're allowed to make money off it, so you can monetize it, then you are allowed to use this music or the cutscenes as well. Well, the game uses them, and you're allowed to show the game. So that makes sense. However, the ContentID system doesn't know that, and it just sees, okay, that's licensed stuff, bam, video claimed, whatsoever. So that's obviously a problem in the gaming scene. And so the summary basically from that is the ContentID system is not great, but it works in most cases, except for gaming. For gaming, it sucks balls. The nice thing, however, is that YouTube is aware of that problem. They know the ContentID system sucks for gaming, and they try to improve it. We will see how, but I'm pretty sure they will have some good ideas in the near future. At least I hope so, because the system sucks. But anyway, let's move on to with the topic. So YouTube wants to buy Twitch. It's still not set in stone, but it's not quite unlikely. So if they buy Twitch, Twitch is a platform for streaming video games, right? All the content is centered or focused on gaming. There's only gaming content on there. You can argue that YouTube is not always making the right decisions, and obviously it is doing some mistakes sometimes, or misjudgments, or whatever, but they're not complete morons. They are not full idiots. They will not enforce a system which they know is broken for gaming content on a website which is completely focused on gaming. So that's quite unlikely, isn't it? They will, if they will buy Twitch, it's quite likely that they will change how licensed music and content is handled on Twitch a little bit, but probably not in the same way as it is enforced on YouTube, for two reasons. A, it's gaming focused and the YouTube system sucks for gaming, and B, it's live streaming, which is a totally different format than videos on demand. So that will probably make it a little bit harder or riskier to stream licensed music or licensed content in general, but is probably for the best, if we are frank, because a lot of streamers are using licensed music in the background, which is not in-game music, and they are actually not allowed to do so. It's illegal. It's not okay doing that. It's not allowed on Twitch either. So like the Twitch rules state that you are not allowed to do so, but nobody is enforcing those rules, so people get away with it. And that might change if YouTube buys Twitch, but I don't have too big of a problem with that. I would have a problem with the system that makes gaming content more problematic, because that makes no sense. But as I said, YouTube is probably aware of the fact that this makes no sense and will probably not enforce the same systems on Twitch as on YouTube. So yeah, summary, ContentID system is not great, but it works in most cases except for gaming content. So if YouTube buys a page or service which is completely focused on gaming content, they will probably not enforce the same system there as they have on their service. So yeah, okay. I hope that clears some misconceptions. There are obviously a lot more consequences to that stuff, but I wanted to touch on that topic a little bit. To end this episode, I want to send the best wishes to Total Biscuit. I hope you beat that fucking cancer shit. You are one of the persons I have the most respect for, and losing you would be a really, really big loss for the gaming scene in general. So stay strong. And yeah, that was an episode of Pion's Perspective. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching, have fun, and see you next time.